The Federal Reserve has decided not to touch the interest rates. They are leaving them as they are right now. And they are even talking about cutting the rates in 2024 and also 2025, even giving us numbers as what they could be in the future. Let's look at how this decision has made an impact on the stock market today. So we have Tesla that is up $2.26. That's 0.95% up, closed at 239.27. Let's go first on the 1 hour chart. So we had a bit of a move down today. So at 10:30, the 10:30 candle went straight down. Not too far from 226.85, which is our congestion zone support. This was due in part because Tesla will recall 193,000 vehicles in Canada over autopilot. But as we know, this is not a real recall. This is just a software update Tesla will have to do. So I think that this had an impact today during the first part of the day. But then that impact pretty much got wiped out by 1:30. And then we had the FOMC results that appeared at 2 o'clock. And that made the stock go higher. And now we have been going higher and higher ever since. Let me tell you a little bit how I played this and why I played what I played. So right now we are still into a downward trend. I am repeating this ad nauseum because this is true. This is a downward trend right now. We are outside of our bullish channel. We are going sideways. We are also going sideways, and this is our support right here. So right now, the stock is supposed to be bouncing between these two lines. This is what the stock is supposed to do because each time we are drawing a resistance line, it's because we saw sellers coming in force in the past. And we can see them. They were right there November 29. The sellers were there. And this is following this slope. Yes, we are not always touching it, but we see that this is the slope that is impacting us. And if we go back, we see that this slope is the same slope. It's the same steepness. This is where the sellers are coming in. Now, at the same time, we have buyers that are coming in at 226.85. They came in exactly on Friday, November 17th. And sometimes they come in a little bit higher. We see it here. I could have made a second line. They come in at this point, and we are going to have a collision at some point because the sellers are trying to push the stock down and the buyers are maintaining their position. That being said, on the daily chart, there's no buy signal right now. So there is nothing that we can buy on the daily chart because, as I said, we have this resistance line. We also have one at 250, close to 250, and we have a support at 226, and we are basically bouncing between the two. This is what we have on the daily chart. We also lost stochastic over 60, so this is not something that we like to lose. This is something that we like to have in order to tell us that there is a bullish move that is present. We also lost the MI, so the MI has turned red, but we are into a congestion zone. And when we are into a congestion zone, the stock is going high and low like this, and this can confuse our indicators. This is why I am telling you this, to take this with a grain of salt, because we had a big move down today and then we closed back up. This can affect our technical indicators. There is nothing to do for us yet on the daily chart. But on the 1 hour chart, we have 8 times more candle. We have tinier patterns. And on the 1 hour chart, we had a buy signal right here at 237.46. And I know we had a buy signal right here because we came outside of a downward channel. And then we also went outside of a congestion zone. And we have stochastic over 60. This is something that you already know if you have been following this channel for a couple of weeks. I'm saying this all the time. This is what we have right here. So we have an impulse right here. We have an impulse, and I think I should maybe talk about an impulse instead of a buy signal, because a buy signal does not mean that everybody on earth needs to buy. It just means that there's an impulse, there's a buying impulse on the stock, but you can choose not to buy it because every buy impulse is different. Some are riskier than others, blah, blah, blah. So myself, I have decided to get into that impulse, and I jumped the gun a little bit. I did not wait for the end of the candle at 3:30. I got in a little bit earlier, and now I am in with 5 call options. But I have no expectation that Tesla is going to go super high, super fast. I have no expectation. I just want to make money on it. So if we go up to 250, I would be really happy. If we go up just a little bit lower right here and cave into this resistance, this is going to be okay. But I am expecting it to go at least to 242. We stopped at 242 on November 21st. I would be expecting that we would go up to that point. And if I see that we start caving into that point, then I'll just sell and make a little bit. But on the daily chart, there are no buy signals so far. Let's look at the rest of the market now. So VIX is maintaining itself quite well. It was down yesterday, so we are maintaining ourselves. So this is great. This should be helping the stock market as a whole. The 10-year bond, look at this. Boom, cratered. We are down 4%. So the US Treasury bond, the 10-year bond, is at 4.28%. So dropping down, this is helping the stock market also. US dollar, look at this, boom, dropped by 0.87%, and look at how precise this is. It stopped right smack on our support. Let's hope that it breaks it. So this is just going to help the stock market even more. Let's now look at our EV stocks. So Rivian. So I had sold Rivian yesterday because I did not want to suffer it going lower than 1877. Yes, it was extremely tight, but basically I was even Steven on it. And now because of the FOMC decision, we have a big impulse. The stock is coming back up. I was waiting for the stock to go higher than 1953. So I have it right now. So I will most likely get into Rivian tomorrow. This is a buy impulse, and we have just broken 1953. We had the impulse with Rivian when we started breaking 1875. We had the impulse when we broke 1877. We had a little bit of a move down, but now it's continuing in force. Xpeng did not move much. Xpeng is even down almost 1%. NEO, just a little bit of a move up, 2.2% up. In terms of the patterns, nothing has been broken. There's nothing for us to do right here. VinFast, Green Day, almost 5%, but no pattern break, so nothing to do. Apple, this is significant. This is a buy impulse right here. This is a buy impulse. It just broke 196.67 after taking a little bit of a break before breaking that resistance. It's always good when a stock stops a little bit before breaking a resistance. We have that. We have stochastic over 60 and everything. Apple is a buy. ARM, it's back above 64.89. So this is good news. It crushed it very strongly last Friday, but this move was just a little bit too high, too fast. So we had 2 days of cooling down, and now we seem to be stabilizing a little bit. This is looking even better to buy because we are bouncing. Palantir, we are also bouncing on our support. Look at this, picture perfect. Myself, on the daily chart, there are no signals yet because we don't have stochastic over 60. And it would be great if we would break 1842. But if you switch on the 1 hour chart to catch a smaller move, maybe there's a little bit of something. Yeah, you could consider the break at 1778 right here. You can consider this break on the 1 hour chart as a buy signal. We have stochastic over 60. There's no downward channel resistance. So we were at the horizontal resistance break phase, and we had it. If you want to buy Palantir for a little bit of a swing at least, then you can do so. NASDAQ, no, nothing too interesting right here. Dow Jones, look at this. Dow Jones breaking 36,641. This is an important resistance. We also broke 36,931, which was the high that we made January 5th, 2022. So the indices are going higher. So the Dow Jones is going higher. SPX had broken 4603 not too long ago, and it is continuing. I got some XPX and some SPY. NASDAQ, pretty much the same thing. Physical gold rebounding by 2%. Silver rebounding strongly on the bullish channel support. There is no stochastic yet. It's just a sudden move. We should be a little bit suspicious. Just like with gold, when something falls for 6-7 days and then boom, does something special like this, we could be having a little bit of suspicion. This is a little bit different than what has been happening with Rivian, because Rivian has been going higher and higher. Yes, we had a little bit of a move down. So this green candle is less suspicious because it is still part of this move up that we had recently. It's just part of the channel. We should not be as suspicious as we should be with gold and silver. Bitcoin, nice rebound, 3%. Ripple, 1.12%. Look at this thing. I love to see this support. And Neo Battery Material, just, yeah, a 6% up day after having been rejected at 310. So this one, I would still wait for 310 because last time it could not break it. And this was pretty recently. Starting today, if you are a member at the Tesla Weekly Live level, then you will get to choose a stock for me to review in addition to the stocks that we are reviewing. I've looked at the comments tonight, and this stock is going to be Google. I've been talking about it a lot. Let's do the Google review. And I don't know exactly if I should keep it for 1 week and then ask you every week if you want to do another stock. So I don't know exactly how this will work, but let's at least take a look at Google. So Google, if we go on the weekly chart, we had a big move up, a big move up, a big move down, and now we are trying to start, there's some support right here. There's support right here, and this is acting as resistance right now. It's not the best resistance in the world, so let me add this. I'm going to add this right here. I like to have a resistance right here that is touching many wicks and candles. So this is where I'm going to do it. Okay, this is our weekly chart. We have a low stochastic. It's at 59. We have lost stochastic over 50. So basically this is into a congestion zone before 142. I would not do much with this unless you want to catch a little swings. Okay, this is the support that we have right now. We have been bullish. It started to reverse October 27th. It went up, came down, made a second low. The first low was right here. The second low was right here. Boom, we have our line. It should be parallel with this one. And right now, it's trying to go higher, going back lower. There's no stochastic over 60 yet. On the daily chart, you can wait for 139.77 and watch out for 142. Before that, you can give it a chance at 134, but this would not be on the daily chart because we don't have much indicators. So switching on the 1 hour chart makes a bit more sense. We see on the 1 hour chart that we are stabilizing. See, we are stabilizing right here. We have a little bit of resistance just above this one right here at 134. So 134.81. If we break that on the 1 hour chart, we are going to get stochastic over 60. It's at 56 right now. This would be the play on the 1 hour chart to catch a little bit of a swing. So from 135, let's say, to 139, that would not be so bad. In summary, the stock market seems to be going higher and higher because of what happened with the FOMC. Tesla, we don't see much move except on the 1 hour chart. You do your own research, you make your own decisions. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.